fellow gaming fans, and welcome. This is Small Archangel. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of Ostriv. Let's catch up on what the people of our Eastern European town are doing, and we've got a sort of a fairly extensive sprawl now. Our bridge still isn't completed, so we're not ready to make inroads over here, but then our forestry place isn't finished either. Basically, once that's finished, then we're going to have more tree chopping power, if you like, so we're going to be able to clear more of these trees out of our way. Just noticed a really random tree there. I'm not quite sure. I didn't put it there. I'm pretty sure I didn't put that there. Okay, so we've got various little things to do to start with. I'm going to lower our livestock limit to 20. So Catherine said if you do that, then you'll end up with less chickens, which is pretty obvious, but the others will be slaughtered. So we'll have 10. We'll have 10 hens put to slaughter, so then we'll have lots of chicken meats then as well. So I might even lower it lower than that, I don't know. We've got 0 out of 10 eggs for breeding, so I'm not entirely sure. We've got all of those checked. What happens if we do that, then chicken eggs there will be less chicken eggs for our people. And we're also, as if I remember rightly, putting shoes and clothes into our trading post there, so that we can do a deal with the next people who rock up from Marefa or wherever. Just click somewhere. Balaclea and Dehaki are the other ones. Yes, that's right. Okay, and we're kind of hoping that our hay survives the winter, gives us enough for our cattle. Now, we've currently got quite a few cattle here. We've got a bull of 5 months and a bull of 4 months. Now, I don't know what bull 1 year, bull 9 months. Okay, so we could slaughter the bull that's a year old. How old do our cows go? We've got a couple that are 4 years old, so we'll slaughter the 4-year-old cows because they are getting on a little bit. I don't honestly know how long a cow lives, but given we're breeding them, it makes sense to slaughter and eat the older ones so that we don't have too many in here, and so that we keep the younger ones, and I don't know when they'll die, and once they die, presumably our people can't eat them just when they've died of old age. I don't honestly know. Maybe they like something a little bit tenderer than that. So we're going to take a deep breath and press top speed, because on management sims, when you press top speed, bad things always happen, because we're not going to get a SimCity style tornado sweeping in or a forest fire or anything here. But what we do tend to get is poverty and famine. So we'll just give a bit of a check. Oh, now our forestry place is finished, so that's fantastic. Let's just see if we can. We'll open a couple of vacancies there, and we'll see if anything happens with regard to jobs. I don't know. It can take people a little while to pick up jobs. We've got another house being built there. Family is out of money. There's a surprise. Not really. Okay, it's going up though, and we have done our level best to lower rents and raise everything else. Family is out of money. What, another one? Yeah, we've got the same thing. Basically, it just happens every time they go shopping. But I have lowered the price of goods on the market as well. So we'll unpause that house as well, because messenger from Marefa is visiting now. Demand sunflower oil and sunflower. Okay, let's just put that. Family is out of money. Yes, of course they are. Everybody is out of money. But there's nothing more I can do about that right now. Okay, so they wanted sunflower oil. We've got 4 sunflower oil. 4 out of 10. Righto. So we can sell them 4 sunflower oil, which is fairly pants, isn't it? I don't quite know why we've only got 4 there. We've got 1 worker there. I'll click to open another vacancy, because then we'll have there. We've got 2 guys there now, so that's good. And they're both taking rest, which isn't so good. Can I sack people who just spend most of their time not moving, not working? Now, I wonder if our bench plan is working. I wonder if we need even more benches around the place to allow people to take rest without going all the way back to their homes. Maybe we should look at some of our people and see what their pathways are. We've got for example, we just took on someone else in the storehouse. Show path. Right, he lives quite close too, actually, so that's pretty cool. What about the other guy? There's another guy who works in here. Show his path. You see, he lives quite local too. So, you know, they don't need the benches. What about who works in here? Show path. Yeah, she doesn't have to work to go too far either. Family's out of money. Is it the same one? Yes, it's the same one. I'm really gonna I'm gonna ignore those. And let's see who we've got here. Show his path. You see, they do find jobs close to home, and there's always work to be had, particularly on building projects and things. But I imagine that the people who have building projects, and that's what they do for a living. Oh yes, that tenant has finally gone. Finally gone. Okay, maybe we should put some more of these out here. Look at this woman. She's carrying a package bigger than her. Ah, she's stocking this place up. That's nice. I like it. At least I think she is. Yeah, she was. There we go. Her path's probably epic, isn't it? No, not from there it's not. That's cool. Okay. Maybe we could do with some more of those. We've got a couple over here, haven't we? Do we have anybody actually? We do have people working on those. There we go. Yeah, I think we do. Okay, that's good. But maybe we need another couple here, because at the moment I've not got clothes and shoes being... Oh, I do have clothes and shoes being represented. Let's just see. We haven't got any clothes or shoes in either of them, though. But that might be because we've only just started doing that. Okay, so we've got our clothing workshop here, and we've got textile 0.5 in there. Production limits closed. Okay, so are they actually doing anything in there? I'm not sure. Hopefully, we've got the resources sorted out there, so we should have plenty of people or plenty of options for moving those around. Now, what we might want to do is get some more carts, although there are 2 spare in there at the moment, and there are 4 spare in there at the moment. So I'm not entirely convinced that we need more carts, because we've got quite a few, and the cart parks are rarely actually empty. So there we go. So I hope for an upward trend in wealth. Generally, health, wealth and happiness. Although health isn't a thing. Just imagine if it was. Probably my town would have all died of the plague by now or something. I am seriously a terrible manager. Okay, but these... Yeah, you see? These dudes, they do like these little benches. There we go. There's 3 of them on it. There we go. Yes, they're definitely using our benches. I like that. Okay. I like to see the facilities I put to good use. Okay, so we've got a house here. So we've got how many people now? 79 people now. And we've got 18, 17, 15, oh, I don't know how many open vacancies. Quite a few, 17-ish. Once this is open, we'll have more people. And I'm wanting to sort of place some houses over here as well, because that way, if I put any more buildings over here, if I put any more workplaces, then there'll be somewhere for them to, somewhere for people to live and to work as well, rather than expanding out in a linear fashion over this way, which might be a bit of a nightmare. Okay, so they were out of wealth and they're out of food as well. I really can't do anything much to help you. You see, he's unemployed. That's what's going on there, and I can't really help him there because there are currently 20, 19, 18 jobs available. So really, yeah. Okay, there we go. So how are we doing with our cows here? We've got 2 cows for... Oh, do we not have anybody in the slaughterhouse? No, we don't. How silly of me. Okay, well, there's an extra job for someone to do. Let's hope somebody picks it up, because those cows aren't getting any younger. There we go. I think somebody just did. Where is it? No, they didn't. Family's out of firewood. Hello? What? That's a new one. There's, yeah, production limit. Firewood 241. There isn't a resource supply tab here. We've got 3 workers there. If they're out of firewood, we've got plenty. Is there not some in the here as well? We've got 5 out of 10 there. Now, I don't suppose that the visitor from Marafa is still here, are they? No, I don't think they are. I think they've gone. But we only had 4, and we've still only got 4 sunflower oil there as well. So our storehouses here, we've got 8 sunflower in there, but I think the sunflower oil, that was all we actually had. Do we have somebody working in there? We don't. Okay, I don't remember. Oh, maybe I sacked the person who was working there because there weren't any sunflowers at the time to actually turn into sunflower oil. Oh, the micromanagement. All right, full speed ahead. Here we go. All right, so we're going to need to build some more houses. The question is really, where do we build them? Because we've got some over here, and I think, I'm not even going to look. I don't care. I've done my bit now. I've done what I can. If they leave, tough. It will vacate a house for some other people to come who hopefully won't be in a constant poverty cycle. We could, as I say, extend out in this direction, but I'm not sure that's going to be a very efficient thing to do. So in a way, oh look, the thaw is beginning. It's February of our 6th year, folks. Yeah, I think I'd kind of rather extend over here, really. And that means getting this bridge. Construction is paused on the bridge, though. So, but I'll wait until this building here is finished. Thatch 3. Now, we do have somebody in the thatchery, actually. So, there we go. And we're actually going to need a couple of people in there as well. Now, there will be not enough people to fulfill all these roles at the moment. Look at that. Open vacancies 20. Yes. So this is why I only have one building project going on at once. So let's just go to this one and put that on pause, right? And then we'll go to this one and we'll stick that on continue. Because once we get across the river, then we're going to have somewhere else to actually build our houses and everything else as well. Okay, cow, 4 years. Right. So they're ploughing here. Yeah, that's okay as long as they actually plant what we said that we wanted them to plant. So we've got most of my fields are, I've just indicated one thing that I wanted planting in them, and the rest I've tried doing a rotation. So we'll see if they actually plant the right thing. Are they sowing something? I'm not quite sure. A visitor from Morafa is visiting now. Six sunflower. Okay, in which case, maybe visitor from Morafa. Why don't we sell them some sunflower oil? We can sell them 6 because we've got 6. Deal. There we go. Sell them that, and let's see if that works. If it does, it'll be the first time it's ever worked. We've got nobody working in the fisheries today. Because, yeah, they're just all busy elsewhere. There goes our little plough out again to plough another field. Family's still out of money. Well, yeah, no, nothing I can do about that. Okay, we've got comings and goings from our bridge now as well. Is this stalled due to something I should... they're looking for builders. Okay, I think until that's finished, we will pause the bridge, because otherwise all the builders will randomly decide to do the bridge instead. So finish the house because we need a few more people. There we go. And I think the town kitty is staying more or less stable in spite of the lowered income that we have to try to stop my families from running out of money and food. And it doesn't seem to have worked, does it? If my rent went down by a factor of, a third, and my living expenses did as well, I'd expect to be a little bit better off. But these people seem somehow to manage to still be on the breadline. I don't really understand it. Okay, so come on, finish building the house. Okay, there's clearly no workers there. I'm not quite sure where. They've got 80 people now. Maybe we've got another child born, hopefully to a family who can afford to feed it. But who knows? All right, looks like this is... I'm not convinced, that they haven't just planted potatoes again in here. It looks like potatoes to me, does that? Rather than hemp, but I don't know for absolute sure. This one's supposed to be wheat. But where's the other one that we did a rotation on? This one. Right. So this one, we're supposed to be planting... Are we supposed to be planting hemp here? You see, I find that difficult how are you supposed to know what year you're on with this, if it's a rotational system? I'm not sure. Let's just go to the farmhouse and see if we can see what year we're on here. The ones that are greyed out, presumably, we're not on those, right? We're presumably on the ones that aren't greyed out. So, yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? The ones that have got a kind of that kind of creamy background, that's the one that we're actually on. So we are on hemp there, and we're on hemp there. Yeah, that should work then, shouldn't it? That should work. Okay, good. Meanwhile, have we got 20? Excellent. We've got 20 chickens in there. And are we making any progress on this house? No, we're not. Wow. Do I have to go through and see if there's anybody I can lay off anywhere? These guys have done all their tree clearing, I think, haven't they? So maybe family's out of money, family's out of money. Go away then. Leave this place. I don't care anymore. Really, honestly, truly, there is nothing I can do to help you. So, this house is still stalled. That house is paused. The bridge is paused. Construction in progress. Jolly good. Okay, so I've got one guy who presumably is the same guy that I've taken out of the forestry. Yay, there we go. Now, let's get this bridge unpaused. See if we get anybody working on that. Have we got anybody working in there? We've got one guy in there. But then we've got 84 people now, which is nice. But we've still got 12 open vacancies. We need to keep an eye on that one because here we go. Here's our new family moving in. Like lightning. And then the horses driving the cart off. No, I think there's somebody actually driving that cart. Fab. Okay, so have we got anybody here? Yes, we've got one worker there, so that's good. That's good. We've still got nobody working in the boathouse, in the fisheries, sorry, the fishing dock, which is fairly incredible. We've got people working in these. Do we have, let's see, we've got nobody looking for jobs, but I can pretty much guarantee there'll be, it does seem to me, yeah, unemployed. There you go, this guy here, unemployed. Now, is that because there isn't a job, like, on his doorstep? I mean, it does occur to me that that might be the case, that they tend to be unemployed if there isn't somewhere for them to work on the doorstep. Because all these people are working fairly close by to the houses, which makes sense to them, obviously. So, are there any other production that we've pretty much placed everything that we can in this game? But maybe there is something that we can do. We have placed everything there. Granary, warehouse, trading post, market stall. Now, we could place another market stall here, and maybe we should. That will provide a job for somebody. Let's just turn this around and see if we can place that. Oh, I've just got the wrong way around. It needs to be this way around, doesn't it, really? There we go. And let's get somebody in there. I don't actually want, let's have higher options. Let's hire women is what I actually wanted. Because, you know, the guys can do other different things. Let's see, what have we got in these places? Oh, I'm not sure. What's the possibilities? Chicken meat, sunflower oil. I'm not sure if we've got the opportunity to buy sunflower oil from anywhere else, really. And then let's have potato and flour and milk on there as well, because I don't think we've got those things. Oh, we've got milk on that one. Okay, but so we'll take the milk off that one and we'll put in something else. We've got chicken eggs for sale here. No, we haven't. Let's put chicken egg in there as well then. Sorry, she's just going to get something else. Wow, the messages come really quite often, don't they? They still want sunflower oil and sunflowers, and I don't think we've actually got any. I don't think at this point we've actually got any. We've got 8 out of 10. Hello. Right. That's not what I meant. Okay, you guys, sunflower oil. We've got 8. Deal. Can I actually earn 0 of 80? Yeah, you see, that's the thing. It's like, I try and do this, and I'm not entirely convinced, because last time we tried it, and I'm not convinced that they actually took it, which is why we've now got 8 there. So I tried to sell them some, and yeah, just didn't work, did it? Didn't work at all. Okay, so sunflower oil. Yeah, I've kind of done that, and it says earned 0 out of 80, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm trying to, but if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, quite frankly. Here we go. Okay, folks, so we're going to see if we can get this bridge finished. It would be nice, wouldn't it? This village house is paused. This has 0 workers on it. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. Can we free anybody up from anywhere? Because in spite of the fact that there's 11 vacancies going, we don't actually have... See, I can understand somebody from way, way, way over here. Oh my God, they're both unemployed. I can understand people from way over here not wanting to travel all the way over there. That would be a little bit crazy. So we obviously need something else over here to keep these people occupied. What could we do? We've got 1 worker there. Maybe we should set up another fishery on this bend. Maybe that is a good idea. Let's set up another fishing dock. It's going to be a little while before the thing is actually finished. That didn't work, did it? Uneven terrain, that's why. There we go. Okay. All right, so we'll keep we'll keep that unpaused, but I don't honestly think anybody is going to be able to build it right now. Let's just go through and see. There isn't anybody in our smithy. Nail 48. We perhaps should open that up, and then if anybody can do that job, then if it's closer to them, for example, we haven't got anybody unemployed in these houses here, but this one here, smithy. There we go. Okay, that's excellent. All right, so anywhere there's unemployment, it may be they're just too far away from any jobs. We could have another market stall there for this woman here. Hire options. Yes, we're hiring men and women. Workers. Yeah, we've got 2 workers in each of those. We've got 2 workers in there now as well, so that's good. And 1 worker in there. Okay, sack the guy from the slaughterhouse, because at the moment I don't have anybody. We've got... Oh my goodness, do you know what? Take it back on again, because actually we've got too many cattle here. We've got some more for slaughter, because we've got 15 at the moment, so I will mark all of those cows that are 4 years old for slaughter. Let's just make sure that we haven't got more bulls than we've got cows, because we don't need tons of bulls. So I'll just uncheck that one actually, and then we'll just make sure we've got a 4-year-old bull, so we'll slaughter him as well. There we go. We could have turned him into an ox, but we don't currently have a farm to turn, to make another plough, so there's not much point in doing that. We're now in June of 1726, and we're going to need to build some more houses, but before we do that, we're going to need them to have built this bridge, which is taking them forever. We haven't got anybody working on this or anywhere else, quite frankly. Is there anything we can do at the moment to sort of alleviate the employment crisis around here? Oil workshop. You see, I could do this. I can open up other vacancies here. There we go. She's unemployed. Let's just see. Is there anybody else? Yeah, there's a couple of women around here who are unemployed. Let's just see. We'll do that, and we'll make sure the hire options are we're only hiring women. There we go. I'm not sure if, yeah, I'm not sure if I just sacked somebody who was... There we go. So we've got 2 women working in there now as well, which means presumably we're going to have less unemployment around here as well. Oil workshop. It's really quite difficult to keep the women in employment because, unfortunately, there are very limited jobs that they can actually do, and there's only so many market stalls and, sort of chicken coops and the rest of it that you really need. So yes, I don't know really if we can realistically keep all of the women in employment. She's unemployed. But if obviously there's going to be greater wealth if both women and men in a household are able to do work. Let's see. We can take on a couple more people in our farm here. Let's just again hire women in our farm, and that is fairly close by to where there are some women who are unemployed, so maybe that will be close enough for them to get a job. We'll just put it on full speed and see if that happens, but I feel like I'm kind of learning a little bit here. Yeah, they've both got a job now. She's working at the farm, so that proves that one. And yeah, we've now got 4 women working in our farm there. Oh, 1 guy and 3 women working at our farm, so that's great. So that's good, because our farm probably needs more hands this time of year anyway. And we've still only got one guy at our boat dock, which is a real shame. But there we go. And the bridge is making zero progress because there's no builders available. Is anybody working on this? No, they're not. Okay, so maybe in point of fact, we just need to get that final house finished. There's just about room for a path from to the bridge there, isn't there? But basically, folks, what I intend to do with this series is carry on until we've still got a family that are out of money. Is that because somebody's unemployed? Yeah, their mother is unemployed there. So what I might do is see if I can set something up for her to do. She could like work at the farm that's right behind her. How about that? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? That would be really sensible, wouldn't it? Your husband's working at the farm. Why don't you go work at the farm as well? That would really help that wealth situation. Well, it's up to her. I've opened a vacancy. If she doesn't take it on, do you know what? Somebody else has taken it on. She just weren't fast enough. Oh, no, it was her. Excellent. There we go. So I'm finally getting a handle on this. They don't want to go too far for work, which makes perfect sense to me. But maybe nonetheless, I should put some more little resting benches around the place. But yeah, as I say, we're going to carry on with this series until we've got this bench over the river finished, and we'll see if we can start setting up. We'll see how viable it is to set up across the river, because the main problem here is that we have a slightly odd place to build, really. I've kind of built in a place where I can only expand out sideways, which is not going to be very efficient travel-wise, and efficiency of travel is very important in this game, as it is in real life. But going across the river isn't very efficient either because of all the trees that we're going to have to clear. Then again, we're going to need, the firewood, I suppose. And I've got a forestry just there, but they're still going to have a bit of a path to get across that bridge. So in a way, maybe it would be better if the bridge was kind of on this side. I don't know really. But anyway, we'll just have to see how that goes. These are questions that will be answered nearer the time, but I would quite like a little sort of suburb here with some more, perhaps another farm here and some more houses and things, so we can really kind of get into trading, because at the moment I'm still a bit green when it comes to trading, to say the least. I'm not entirely sure whether our last trade deal went through at all. Where's our trade house? Sunflower oil 0. Yes, it did. That is fantastic. And how's our employment? We've still got 23 open vacancies, but I don't know that we've got any actual unemployment. So let's just have a little look here. Population. Unemployment 9%, men 0%, women 18%. So it's just all our men are working, which is fab. But then we've got some women who are unemployed as well. And obviously, I think some of the wealth issues that we have is whether people are actually near enough to get a job. So that's progress. Okay, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, you know what to do. Hit that like button, let me know. And I hope you will join me for the next episode of Ostriv, when we'll see if we can get that wretched bridge built. They do seem really very reluctant to do that. Okay, guys, so in the meantime, please feel free to leave me your comments and your tips and share your own gameplay experiences, etc. And until the next video, keep gaming, stay happy, and bye-bye for now.